That's me. Well, thank you for having me here. I think I found out last week after all our COVID protocols and safety protocols and getting everybody in together that we had a presentation to get ready for. So we kind of summarized what we did with the meetings with the trustees meeting we did back in, I think it was December we met with you guys, maybe, I think it was December. So we kind of summarized that and looking at where we needed to go, and really of the strategic plan all the schools looked at, we need to look back and connect to our heritage or our KEO or 7 generations back, which is far beyond any of Prince George where we were. So we are looking at the truth and reconciliation as a big piece and connections with College Heights family of schools. And it really breaks down from the big area of our district and Claytlay, Tenay people. And the little map in the middle is actually of a survey done from Punch-Out Village back in 1973. And then it's really our KEO. And that Punch-Out Village, I think if you, I have the next slide, if you go to the next one, is the study from UNBC. It's a geochemical analysis of lithics and items and arrowheads and actually places taken from that site. And the red line you see there is Alexander Mackenzie Trail that we can all walk, but it's similar to the Grease Trail. And right on the south side of Punch-Out Lake is where they found these things. And it's actually got evidence from trading from all over British Columbia at that site. So that's in our area, and our teachers are now grappling with that idea and how it's so cross-curricular, and learning and wellness is all connected, and equity of access, and just kind of where our actual place lands. So that's just what we've been doing in our area, kind of learning about it as we go. And if you go to the next slide, so this is Beaverly, and Beaverly, if you have any questions, please let me know and I'll come back. I know I'm trying to talk as quick as I can because there is quite a bit here. But so Beaverly has had a huge focus this year on the wellness of our students and addressing the calls to action for truth and reconciliation. Beaverly has introduced a yoga club for both primary and intermediates at lunch, and Riker, the therapy dog, continues to support the wellness of the building. Knitting Club and Woodworking Program has been working to build new skills and support a return to after-school programs. In conjunction with Truth and Reconciliation, and there has been a focused effort to bring outdoor education opportunities to students. We have had students attend the trap line with the support of our Indigenous Education Department and introduce an outdoor education program. Classroom teachers and Beaverly's librarian has been working to enhance book collections to support Indigenous content. They've received a Raise a Reader grant to help support this work, and Beaverly students have had Indigenous language learning opportunities. And this year they now have a language displayed throughout the building. Offering cultural opportunities such as drumming continues to be expanded. Our next slide there. Yeah, thank you. I think that's the same, that's Beaverly. Yeah. So if you go to the next one there, I think that's Malaspina. A little bit out of order on my notes here. Malaspina. Okay, oh, it's right inside there, sorry. At Malaspina, they've been working on strengthening their understanding of truth and reconciliation as well. Orange Shirt Day, DeKalb Word of the Week, drumming in circles are some of the ways to support this. They're also focusing on wellness and learning for both staff and students using outdoor learning, trades, trailer, coding, and other activities. Go to the next slide, please. And then Southridge, they've actually organized a lot of their house teams into the pit house. And so it's really small in there, but I'll just read it here. So every day they look forward and try to do their best to practice truth and reconciliation in all our human interactions in our school community. We are constantly exploring new truths that guide our pathways to reconciliation. Southridge's focus has been to integrate our learning experiences while indigenizing their school. This year, they introduced a new Indigenous school logo to our Claytlay KEO community. It was a beautiful joint project with local elders and Indigenous artists. that breathed life into the project while engaging our entire school community. And they also wanted to take action as it related to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada by focus on building intercultural understanding in the form of language, learning, speaking, and hearing our local Indigenous language of DeKalb is now a daily habit in our hallways, classrooms, daily announcements, and assemblies. And next slide. So Vanway, these pictures include students at Vanway participating in several of the lessons, activities, and daily rituals that the students are participating in across the district. These include DeKalb vocabulary learning, the project of heart tiles that were created to learn about residential schools that are displayed in the foyer and hallways, along with several other art projects honoring Indigenous artists and ways of knowing and being. Also included is a student hard at work on some beading, an activity that has become a staple across the school, and a group of students out on the trap line. I think we're in the same one. Yeah. If you go back, that's College Heights. Just stay there for a little bit. So their moments of joy have been steady this year with their school spirit days. They had a glittery Christmas concert outfits and reindeer antler headbands, along with the daily dancing that happens at noon from their lunchtime DJ with the joke of the day. If you go to College Heights Elementary, École College Heights. So their biggest change this year at École College Heights Elementary are visible Indigenous signs, art, and language around the school, and addition of Indigenous learning resources. A commitment to language is new this year. Daily announcements have land greeting and words of the week in both French and DeKalb. Monthly assemblies where staff and students read out territory acknowledgement in French and DeKalb. Welcome to a beautiful Indigenous mural by Carla Joseph to our building this year that hangs outside the main entrance. Purchased first, I'm not sure what that was, Indigenous collections of, or French immersion Indigenous collection of guided reading books from Eagle Crest Books. And if you go to our next one, so at College Heights Secondary here, we had an environmental scan. If you remember back, I think it was early in October or September, I can't remember, it's been so long ago. We were asked to do, and we did an environmental scan in all of our classrooms, all of our teachers in our departments, and you can see it there. They kept the keep, discard, amplify, and create. And so from that, every department's been working on areas in the curriculum that they can explore ways for truth and reconciliation, ways of knowing and learning. And if you go to our next step there, please. So our cultural connection, drumming. And I know some of you have at one of our principals meeting, I think it was December, had the enjoyment of witnessing our drum line, which is students of our school connecting with some traditional drumming and drum the principals into a meeting. We were also featured in a CKPG article that was in December as well. And we can send a link to that, but how we greeted all the students with our drum line, with an Indigenous Ed department. We're still trying to get some of our kids and more of our kids to be encouraged to do that. I know I asked some of our Indigenous students and their response was, why do I want to do that right now? So I think we'll build there as they get more comfortable with it. We just got to keep doing it. Actually, I know they will be. And the next step is land-based education. So this is one of our Indigenous education workers taking our kids out to the trap line. The middle one there is the trap that they set up. There was nothing in it. But that was when the snow was nice, and I think that was November, late October, somewhere like that. So kids enjoy it. You can see their smiles on their faces. It's all about that connectedness that they enjoy. And that is College Heights Secondary Family of Schools. Thank you very much. We look forward to the next step as we continue on with First Peoples Principles of Learning and connecting to our heritage and the land.